Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the real magic behind television. I'm talking about that invisible engine, the unsung hero that makes sure every single show, every commercial, every news flash hits your screen at the perfect moment. Yep, today we're diving deep into broadcast automation. All right, before we jump in, just a quick heads up. This is part 7 of an 11-part series from Virtualization Options LLC. Now, we're staying totally vendor neutral here, and since all this info comes from public sources, and you know how fast things can change, it's always a good idea to double-check the latest details directly with any vendors you're looking into. Okay, let's get to it. So let me ask you this. You're watching your favorite show, the final commercial ends, and bam, the show starts not a second late. Or how about when a breaking news alert just appears, perfectly cutting into the program? It feels like some kind of sorcery, right? Well, it's not exactly magic, but honestly, it's pretty darn close. The secret sauce? It's called broadcast automation. Think of it as the central nervous system for any TV or radio station. It's this incredible blend of software and hardware that's constantly juggling everything behind the scenes. We're talking scheduling shows, slotting in commercials, putting up those graphics on the screen, all of it, just to make sure what you see is a flawless, smooth experience. But you know, it wasn't always this slick and easy, not by a long shot. This technology has had a wild ride. So let's take a little trip back in time, shall we? From these giant clunky tapes all the way to the cloud to really see how far this stuff has come. Okay, just look at this. The difference is night and day. Seriously. Back in the day, automation meant these huge robotic arms. I mean, picture a giant jukebox from a sci-fi movie, physically grabbing massive tapes and slotting them into players. It was slow, it was mechanical. And now, we're talking sleek, cloud-native platforms, software that uses AI to analyze what's on screen and can deliver that show to your big screen TV, your phone, and your tablet all at the same time. The leap is just, wow. And you can really see that story unfold on this timeline. The 90s, that was the age of the robot and the tape. Then the 2000s hit, and boom, file-based servers changed the game. Suddenly, things got way faster and more reliable. Then, from 2010 on, it was all about IP and software, which gave broadcasters so much more flexibility. And that brings us to today, where we are fully in the era of the cloud and AI. And honestly, we're just scratching the surface of what's possible. So with all this tech humming away in the background, you might be thinking, okay, cool, but it's probably a pretty niche market, right? Wrong. Oh, so wrong. The scale of this industry, well, it's gonna blow your mind. I mean it. We're talking about a market that is way bigger than most people realize. It's not just the engine that runs the media. It's a massive financial engine in its own right. Let's just take one piece of this whole puzzle, play-out automation. Just that one segment. In 2024, it's valued at over $2 billion. $2 billion! And for a technology that is, for the most part, completely invisible to the average viewer, that is staggering. But hold on, it gets crazier. That number, it's projected to rocket up to nearly $6 billion by 2030. We're talking about nearly tripling in just a few years. That is absolutely explosive growth. So you've got to ask yourself, what on earth is fueling this fire? And check this out. It's not just one little corner of the market. The entire industry is on fire. Playout automation, scheduling software, you name it, it's seeing compound annual growth rates of almost 20%. That's not just growth, that's hypergrowth. Okay, so why the boom? What's really going on behind the scenes that's pushing this industry into the stratosphere? Well, the short answer is that the world of media has gotten incredibly complex. It's more demanding than ever. And all that complexity, it's creating a massive need for smarter, faster, better automation. Let's break down those drivers. First up, you've got the absolute explosion of streaming services. I'm talking about all those free channels you see on services like Pluto TV or Tubi. The industry calls them fast channels, free ad-supported streaming TV, and they are powered entirely by automation. Then there's us, the viewers. We want everything in crystal clear HD and 4K, which means they need more powerful systems to handle it. And finally, the broadcasters themselves are getting smarter. They're ditching the expensive, old-school hardware and moving to flexible, cloud-based solutions. Why? So they can launch more channels faster and cheaper than ever before. All right, so that brings us right up to today. Let's talk about the next chapter for broadcasting. Where are we right now? And more importantly, where are we going? This chart right here tells you everything you need to know. The cloud, is officially king. More than half, 55% of all broadcast automation is now happening in the cloud. So instead of a TV station needing a giant, power-hungry server room, they can run their entire operation from the cloud. The flexibility and scale you get from that is just a game changer. Now, yeah, the old school on-premise model is still a big piece of the pie, but you can see exactly which way the wind is blowing. Okay, so let's boil this all down. If you take away just 3 things today, make it these. Number 1, broadcast automation is the invisible backbone of all modern media, period. Number 2, this tech has gone on an incredible journey, from clunky physical robots to brilliant AI in the cloud. And number 3, this isn't some tiny niche. It is a massive, multi-billion-dollar industry that is actively shaping the future of how we all watch TV. And that leaves us with one last kind of mind-bending question to think about. We've seen this unseen engine evolve from a simple tape player to a system that uses AI to analyze content. So what's next? As that AI gets smarter and smarter, could it go from just following orders to actually making creative choices? Could the automation become the director? It's a wild thought, but it's a question the entire industry is going to have to face, and probably sooner than we think.